Yes. The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Friday, April 16th goes to a Tennessee woman named Amanda McCormick. Okay, now Amanda McCormick was with a woman named Linda Johnson, who was a relative. And I know you're asking, who are these young ladies? Well, they are two women who, I guess, were trying to close the wealth gap by any means necessary. Fun fact, did you know that the wealth gap in America today is over twice what it was in ancient Rome? Okay, the top 1% of the top 1% of rich Americans control almost 40% of all wealth. In ancient Rome, the top 1% controlled only 16% of the country's total wealth. I'm using that example because that wealth gap was one of the contributing factors to Rome falling, and it will be one of the contributing factors to America falling if this country doesn't correct its course. Now, some would say America has already fallen. I don't think we've completely fell yet, but America has fallen off. Okay, there's several reasons for that, but in light of this story, let's just talk about the fact that American debt will eventually, ultimately destroy the economy, just like it did, and you guessed it, ancient Rome. See, America thinks it can just print money when it wants. Well, they can print money when they want, but printing money whenever you want does not save economies. No, 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 said Destiny's Children. See, the Roman Emperor Nero devalued Roman coins by using less silver, which allowed him to create more Roman coins, but he set a terrible example because Roman emperors that came after him did the very same thing. And over time, inflation ruled everything around Rome, and their currency became worthless. Okay, sound familiar, America? Well, it should. Okay, we on the path to usher bucks for everybody. The dollars you have in your pockets right now with all those old white slave owners on them in the future will be looked at the same way those strippers in Sapphire Strip Club looked at those usher bucks. Now, we went to ancient Rome, we went to Las Vegas, only to find our way back to Tennessee with Amanda McCormick and Linda Johnson. See, I was reading this article in the New York Daily News this morning, and they reported on this story, which came courtesy of the Smoking Gun. And it got me to thinking about all this stuff. So let me tell you the story. Number one, the wealth gap in America is so bad that Amanda McCormick received a letter from a church. They didn't provide any additional information, what the name of the church was or anything, but she received a letter from the church. Inside that letter was $1 million bill. Did you hear what your Uncle Charlotte just said? Amanda McCormick received a letter from a church with a $1 million bill in it.
$1 million.
Now think about it. I'm Amanda McCormick. I've been praying to God for a financial blessing because the wealth gap in America is kicking my ass. I received a letter from a church with a $1 million bill in it. How am I supposed to know it's fake or even feel it's fake? This country prints money whenever, however it wants to. All I see is numbers on TV, $2 trillion here, $1.9 trillion there. People getting millions of dollars for something called NFTs, which is just pictures of feet. It's just money being tossed around all over the place. Why wouldn't I think this $1 million bill is real? Never mind the fact that Dolly Parton is on it. Maybe it was Miley Cyrus or some other famous white woman from Tennessee. Doesn't matter. Moral of the story is desperate times make people believe what they want to believe, and she believed this $1 million bill was real simply because she wanted to. Now, Amanda McCormick did what any woman in Tennessee who just got $1 million bill would do. She picked up a relative, which was Linda, and went to the high-end luxury brand store known as Dollar General. Drop on the clues bombs for Dollar General, okay? Where she proceeded to load her shopping cart full of several gift cards to various businesses, and she said she was going to use the money to purchase items for care packages for homeless individuals. She went to the counter with a shopping cart full of all this stuff and handed the cashier the $1 million bill, which might have had Pat Summitt on it. Okay, who in Tennessee is going to turn down $1 million bill with the legendary, one of the greatest coaches of all time, Pat Summitt on it? Okay, God bless the dead. I'm making all this up. I don't know if Pat Summitt was on it or not, but I do know the cashier called the police for a suspicious incident. You think? And that's when Amanda explained she was sent this $1 million bill from the church, blah, blah, blah. Now, the incident was classified by the sheriff's office as fraud by false pretenses, but Amanda and Linda were not arrested. Instead, they were hit with what I think is a way more severe punishment for a woman in Tennessee, and that is they were issued a verbal no trespass warning prohibiting them from returning to the Dollar General store. That might be worse than jail for a woman in a certain tax bracket in Tennessee. Now, I know what you're asking because the smoking gun asked the same questions. Why did Amanda McCormick think a church would give her $1 million? Because the Bible is full of miracles that if I tried to tell you happened to me now, you would say to me, excuse me, Mr. Please, do you spell your first name nigga with a hard E-R or a G-A? So if she was praying for a blessing and that came in the mail, the question should be, why not? Why not? Okay, why should she not believe the church sent this money? Well, Uncle Charlotte, maybe because the United States Mint doesn't produce $1 million bills. Nonsense! We print money whenever we want to with all these trillions going around. There has to be $1 million bills because it makes it easier to count the trillions. Okay, Amanda, okay. Well, here's the important question. In fact, the most important question. You thought the church really sent you $1 million. You thought America actually prints out $1 million bills. But Amanda, did you think that the Dollar General, the $1 general would have change for $1 million bill? Your Honor, I rest my case. Please give Amanda McCormick the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
You are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
Mm-hmm. What?
You want to play a game?
Oh, God. Okay.
All right.
If you really want to.
It's Friday, damn it.
Well, I guess we'll play a game of Guess What Race It Is! All right, Amanda McCormick from Tennessee got $1 million bill from a church in the mail. Decided to go to Dollar General to ball out. DJ Envy, guess what race she is?
I'm going with white.
Explain why.
McCormick last name and the fact that they didn't get arrested makes me feel white.
Okay. I can see why you would say that. Angela Yee, Amanda McCormick, Tennessee, received $1 million bill in the mail from the church. Decided to go to Dollar General and ball out. Guess what race she is?
I'm going to say Caucasian because I would have went to Louis Vuitton.
Just like a nigga. Oh, God.
Jeez.
Both of you are absolutely positively correct. Yes! That mayonnaise was heavy in Donkey of the Day this morning. Amanda McCormick was indeed a white woman.
Too much goddamn mayonnaise.
I knew it. Mm-hmm. I'm good at this
I'd have been right online at Louis Vuitton.
With that $1 million bill? They'd lock your ass up too.
You would have definitely been in handcuffs.
I need some new luggage.
The not getting arrested was the biggest clue.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you for that.
And some ready to wear, because I can never afford their ready to wear at Louis Vuitton. It's too expensive. But with $1 million,
you'd have wore that right to jail.
Your donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.